were you always a minimalistic hunter, or did you go through a season, a part of your life where you're like, dude, I gotta have all of it?
I would say my teen years probably. You sit and you watch Lee and Tiffany and all these other guys, and they got half of their house in their stand.
Yeah,
I used to have the cookies. I used to have the drink, or the rattling antlers, the grunt call, the whole gambit. I would
yeah,
say probably my teen years, and that was also when I had pre-hungs. I was
yeah,
hunting the same stand over and over, wondering why I wasn't seeing any deer, or they would be just out of range, skirting me every time, coincidentally, right?
yeah, yeah. And so, what led you to be a minimalistic hunter? Like, was there a moment where you're just like, dude, I just have too much shit on me? Did it cost you a deer, or did you start following a certain influencer or podcast or something like that that got you to go, I'm, dude, I need to just drop 90% of this stuff?
I don't think there's one specific instance I can lead to in that. I think it's just part of the journey.
Hmm.
Um, Man, that's a good question, Dan. You're doing good today. Those are some tough ones. Yeah, you never. It's the stuff you don't ever think about, really.
Yeah.
Self-reflecting stuff or whatever.
Cause I know, dude, I'll be honest. I know I could drop a ton of gear, right? Like I take
Oh,
an Ozonics in the tree with me, right? You
yeah,
know how even though it's lighter than what they used to be, dude, I love having an ozone option in the tree with me. My confidence is at an all-time high when that thing is in the tree. Is it necessary? No, it's not. Is it expensive? Yes, it is, but it gives me a little peace of mind. And I carry a bottle of water with me. I don't eat in the stand anymore either, like I used to. I always carry a couple extra hooks. If I'm doing a run and gun like I did this year, I'm always wearing a saddle, so I'm hybrid. I'm wearing a saddle in the tree stand,
yep,
right? And that's a
yep.
majority of my hunts. I like having the pockets on the side and the ability to kind of lean back, um, on a lot of that. Other than that, I have a couple extra screw-in steps. That's about it, but it's still not as minimal as what you have. I know that if I ever do go on like next year, I'm thinking about focusing more on whitetails throughout the Midwest as far as the rut is concerned,
Yep.
and getting into some spots where it's going to be like a potential two sticks and a tree stand type or a saddle and a platform type of an environment.
Yep.
And I, and then I go, but I'm always thinking about what's the terrain, what time of year is it,
That's
right?
fair
If
too.
it's in November, I'm getting higher because there's less vegetation. If it's mid-season, I'm hitting lower because the leaves are still on the tree. So I don't need that third or potential fourth, that fourth or third stick
Yep.
when I'm doing a run and gun, that kind of stuff. I used to bring a handsaw with me,
Yep.
or even dude, I can remember some of these hunts that I was going on, um, where I was 100% mobile every set. I had the 4 Lone Wolf sticks. I had the assault stand. I had the Wicked Tree Gear collapsible pole saw. I had my Ozonics. I had extra layers of clothing, and it was just like 50 pounds of shit on my back, right? And so I used to be able to put up 4 sticks and a stand in like a matter of minutes, like just boop, like
Yeah.
second thought, like just not, it's just reaction, not even thinking about it.
You feel
And now,
bulletproof, don't you?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
once you get up there.
You're in it.
And then the other thing that I used to be really like, oh God, you had to be quiet. You had to be just like dead quiet. But
Yeah.
then I also, dude, there's been times, and this happened in Kansas, where I was making a shit ton of noise, setting up, getting in. I dropped something out of my tree, made a loud echoing noise, and then I went back down, had to climb back up the tree, set, and then 10 minutes later, a buck came by and I shot it. So
There
it's
you go.
like, I don't like, for me personally, I don't stealth strip or tape up my sticks or my stands for the quietness. For me, it's more about like the feel that some
Yeah.
of these sticks
Okay.
have, where
Yep.
it's cold, like it's cold and
Cold.
it doesn't feel
Yep.
as cold when you're
Yep.
sitting there doing it at like 25 degrees or 30
Oh,
degrees. You know what
certainly.
I mean?
Yep.